Welcome to my channel. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe and like. Picture yourself in Sector 69G, a chaotic corner of the galaxy where the stench of comet whiskey mixes with the cackles of pint-sized merchants and the hissing arguments of space squids losing at cosmic poker. It's the kind of place where you might accidentally buy a self-singing hat or piss off an alien empire with a shrug. Our story kicks off in the Blazing Comet Tavern, starring Ryan Holt, a 31-year-old spaceship mechanic with a knack for turning a boring day into a galactic mess with nothing but a grin and a bad decision. Ryan's no-caped crusader from a holoflick. He's got hair like a bird's nest after a storm, a grease-stained jacket, and a habit of humming off-key tunes whenever life takes a nosedive. Today, he's locked in a shouting match with a vending machine, his voice dripping with exasperation. "Hey, you junk heap, I just want a lemonade," he barks, smacking the machine as it beeps defiantly. "What's this crap? Comet juice?" He holds up a cup of purple, fizzing liquid that looks like it's auditioning for a laser show. The machine's screen flashes. "Supercharged Comet Juice 75 credits. No refunds. Enjoy." Ryan sighs, stuffing the cup into his jacket. "The universe has it out for me," he mutters, trudging to the bar. There, the robot bartender K9X juggles 5 drinks with 6 metal arms, serving a bizarre crowd, some with 3 heads, others glowing like cheap neon signs. "Gimme a galaxy storm, light on the burn," Ryan says, flopping onto a stool. "Today I fixed a ship with a blown valve, got called useless by the client, and now this machine's trolling me. Maybe I should quit and become a cosmic busker." K9X slides him a drink, its robotic voice dripping sarcasm. "A busker? With your singing, the galaxy'd flee before you hit the chorus." Ryan smirks, sipping the fiery drink, the burn making him feel briefly alive. He starts humming, low and off-key. "Fixing ships all day, getting cussed every way. Wish I could fly, be the star of the sky." Mid-tune, his eyes catch something in a dim corner. A small stone, shimmering like it's forged from starlight, floats above a pedestal, pulsing blue like a cosmic heartbeat. A hollow sign above reads, "Do not touch sacred relic." Ryan squints, curiosity sparking like a faulty wire. "Sacred relic? In this booze-soaked dive?" he muses. "Probably just a glowy trinket to sell overpriced cocktails." He glances around. K9X is busy pouring for a 3-headed squid. Nobody's watching. Drink in hand, Ryan saunters over, humming softly. "Shiny stone calls my name. Touch it quick, bet it's a game." K9X yells from afar. "Ryan! Don't mess with stuff that ain't yours." Too late. Ryan's fingers brush the stone. It's cold as ice, vibrating under his touch, and bam, a blue flash engulfs him, yanking him into another dimension. He crashes onto a glowing floor in a vast chamber, walls twinkling like woven stars. At the center, standing like a living statue, is Seraphine, Nebula Commander of the Elthar. She's drop-dead gorgeous, like a dream you'd regret waking from, pearlescent silver skin, flowing blue hair like a river of stars, and eyes deep as a galaxy's core. She holds a larger blue stone, pulsing in sync with her presence, dressed in a shimmering cloak that screams, "I know the universe's secrets." She's motionless, one with the cosmos, until Ryan ruins it. "Holy!" Ryan whispers, jaw-dropping. "Is this a goddess or a travel ad for Planet Perfect?" He steps closer, clumsy boots echoing. The stone in Seraphine's hand flares brighter, sensing an intruder. Ryan, being Ryan, doesn't overthink. "This rock's badass," he mutters. "Bet it's premium reactor core." He reaches out, touches it, and whoosh, blue light explodes like a supernova, and Seraphine's eyes snap open. "Human!" she roars, voice like a tidal wave. "You dare touch my celestial stone?" She strides forward, towering over him, hair swirling like a living ocean. "Do you know the catastrophe you've unleashed?" Ryan backpedals, hands up. "Whoa, chill, lady. I was just curious. That stone's all sparkly, I thought it was decor. No harm meant, swear." Seraphine crosses her arms, her glare like a black hole pulling him in. Foolish creature! I am Seraphine, Nebula Commander of the Althar. The celestial stone is my power source, tied to the galaxy's flow. You touched it and now... She pauses, her silver cheeks flushing. You've triggered the Nebula Pact. You're bound to be my keeper. Ryan blinks, lost as a stray asteroid. Keeper? Like guarding treasure? I blow up engines just fixing em. How am I keeping anything for you? Seraphine points upward, voice trembling with fury. Not treasure! The Nebula Pact binds two souls to protect the galaxy's flow. Failed to complete the ritual in 9 days, and the celestial stone shatters, collapsing Sector 69G. She gestures to the stone, now shooting a blue beam through the ceiling like a cosmic lighthouse. Ryan yelps. Collapse? You're kidding, right? I just poked it. How'd I get roped into blowing up a star system? A cool energy surges through his arm from the stone's touch. Suddenly a vision hits him, himself, but cooler, in a blue cloak, standing in a star storm, yelling. Seraphine, I'll keep this pact till the universe crumbles. He staggers, clutching his head. What was that? Me in a cloak? I can't even iron a shirt. Seraphine freezes, staring like he's a galactic riddle. You saw my thoughts? Impossible. The pact shouldn't connect this fast. She steps closer, studying him. Who are you to sync with my flow? Ryan grins wryly. Ryan Holt, bottom-tier mechanic, pro at breaking engines and getting chewed out by Mom for not getting a real job. Nothing special, trust me. Seraphine goes quiet, her starry hair trembling like she's wrestling with fate. This is a disaster, she mutters. I was meant to pact with an Althar champion, a legend. Not a singing grease monkey. Ryan fires back. Hey, my songs are fire! And if this pact's such a big deal, why leave a shiny rock out like that? It's begging to be touched. Seraphine opens her mouth to argue, then falters. She sighs. Perhaps. I share the blame. But no time for bickering. The Nebula Council will test you. If they deem you unworthy. She hesitates, eyes flickering with worry. They'll erase you from the flow to protect my secret. Ryan's jaw drops. Erase? You serious? I just wanted lemonade, now I'm a target for alien hitmen. A boom shakes the chamber. Seraphine grabs Ryan's arm, dragging him to a wall. She whispers a chant, and a hidden passage opens into darkness. Follow me, human! She snaps, urgent. Prove you're worthy of the Nebula Pact if you want to live! Ryan stumbles after her, muttering. Mom said fixing ships was steady work. Steady my ass! Touch one stone, and I'm in a damn action flick. He hums, off-key as ever. Poke a blue stone, doom comes fast. Now I'm running, with a galaxy on my ass. Seraphine shoots him a look, half annoyed, half curious. Why do you keep singing? Ryan grins wide. Habit when I'm freaking out. You'll get used to it, if we don't get zapped first. But as they sprint through the passage, the stone in Seraphine's hand pulses hard, and an ancient voice echoes, cold as deep space. The stone toucher bears the mark of the flow breaker. Seraphine freezes, eyes wide with dread. Ryan, clueless, checks his hands like they're dirty. Flow breaker? Sounds like a band name, not me, right? The secret passage spits Ryan and Seraphine into a maze of tunnels deep under the asteroid, where darkness is sliced by the celestial stone's blue glow, pulsing like a star's heartbeat. Explosions from the tavern echo behind, mixed with the metallic growls of Nebula sentinels. 2-meter-tall machines forged from star shards, swinging energy swords sharp as lightning. Ryan, panting, hair a sweaty mess, glances at Seraphine, eyes twinkling with panic. You sure we'll make it? I'm not keen on becoming robot barbecue, you know. Seraphine, her blue hair flowing like a living galaxy, glares ice cold. Quiet, human, and run faster! She snaps, voice cutting like a blade. Sentinels don't tire. They're coded to hunt unworthy keepers, and you're painting a target on yourself. She clutches the stone, its glow flickering faster, like a heart in overdrive. Ryan, clutching his chest mid-sprint, mutters, "Unworthy? I fixed a ship's core in 5 minutes flat. What's worthier than that? Ask the pirates I worked for, they..." He cuts off as a weird feeling floods his brain, pride like a queen's, fear like a storm's edge, and a spark of curiosity about him. Ryan blinks, nearly tripping. "Hold up, what's this? You're thinking about me, aren't you?" Seraphine stumbles, skidding on the stone floor. "You felt my thoughts?" she whispers, eyes wide as twin nebulas. "The pact, it's bonding too fast." "Impossible!" She spins away, hair whipping like a cosmic curtain to hide her shock. "Focus, you fool! Or we're both space dust!" They dart around a corner, and the tunnel opens into a massive cavern, its walls glittering with crystals like a pocket galaxy-turned chandelier. Blue, purple, and red lights dance on the ceiling, so stunning Ryan freezes, jaw slack. "Check this out! It's a cosmic rave, just missing a DJ and some cocktails." He grins, danger forgotten, until Seraphine yanks him forward. "Are you insane?" she hisses, pointing ahead. A shimmering green energy wall blocks their path, humming like a living gate, whispering threats. Seraphine halts, muttering, "A nebula trap. The Council sealed this zone. We're stuck." Her voice wavers, though she hides it. Ryan squints at the glowing wall like a coder eyeing buggy software. "Sealed? Looks more like the firewall on that ship I patched last week." He digs into his jacket, pulling out his mechanic's arsenal, a buzzing laser screwdriver, a beat-up energy meter, and that damn purple comet juice cup, fizzing like a party bomb. "Well, guess this'll do something." Seraphine frowns, her look screaming you're nuts. "What's that juice for? Drinking to feel brave? Or offering it to the Sentinels?" Ryan smirks, shaking the cup until foam sprays. "Brave's my middle name, lady. But this..." He splashes the juice on the energy wall. The purple liquid fizzes like angry space squids, sparking a wild reaction. The wall shakes, flickers like a bad hollow, then poof, shuts off like a dead battery. Ryan shrugs, wiping his hands on his greasy jacket. "Comet juice messes with energy fields. Learned that fixing a pirate ship. They cussed me out, but it flew, didn't it?" Seraphine stares, mouth slightly open, torn between shock and grudging respect. "You're not entirely useless," she mumbles like the words pain her. Ryan's about to gloat when a metallic roar shakes the cavern. 3 sentinels emerge from the shadows, energy swords blazing blue like starfire, red optic scanners locking on like death rays. Ryan yelps, "Scratch that! I want my wrench and quiet ships, no swords!" Seraphine raises the stone, its glow forming a thin shield. "Behind me!" she orders, blasting a sentinel with energy, making it stagger, swords sparking. But the other 2 charge, fast as comets, swords weaving a deadly light show. Ryan, acting on instinct, grabs a jagged crystal from the floor, heavy as a baseball. "Take this!" he shouts, hurling it. The crystal smacks a sentinel's head, making it pause, optics flickering like a crashed server. "Ha! I played baseball in school, average hitter, killer throw!" Ryan brags, legs shaking. But the 3rd sentinel, bigger and meaner, swings at Seraphine, its sword hissing like it'll slice reality itself. She holds her shield, but it's fading, the glow dimming. Ryan, brain on autopilot, dives forward, shoving her out of the blade's path. The energy sword grazes his shoulder, searing like a star's core, leaving a burning gash. Ryan grits his teeth, collapsing, muttering, Worth it, right?" Seraphine, eyes blazing, screams, "You idiot! Why'd you jump in?" She unleashes a final blast, the stone's light exploding, slamming the last sentinel into the wall, crystals shattering like fireworks. She hauls Ryan up, gripping him like he might vanish. "You nearly died, human!" Her voice shakes, anger or fear, hard to tell. Ryan, clutching his scorched shoulder, gives a weak grin, sweat dripping. "Nearly dying's my gig, lady. Couldn't let you get chopped, right? Keeper's gotta keep." He hums, off-key through the pain. "Dodged a sword, shoulders fried. Save the gal, I'm one cool guy. Through the pact, he feels a flicker of warmth from Seraphine, like a soft starbeam, the first time she doesn't want to strangle him. But the party's cut short. The cavern floor quakes, stones cracking underfoot. Another trap triggers, splitting the ground into a black chasm, sucking them downward like a mini black hole. Ryan yells, grabbing a glowing root sprouting from the wall, his other hand locking onto Seraphine's. Ain't letting go! He roars, shoulder screaming, but his grip's iron. Seraphine, dangling, looks up, a spark of trust in her eyes. You're stubborn, she whispers, voice like a breeze. They climb up, soaked in sweat, the stone in Seraphine's hand flaring like a torch. A hologram flickers to life, an Elthar in a starry cloak, voice cold as void. Seraphine, the human bears the Flowbreaker's mark, yet knows not his true power. Take him to Vortex 7, or the galaxy falls. The image fades, leaving Seraphine stunned, staring at Ryan. He scratches his head, checking his hands again. Power? I just fix ships. Flowbreaker sounds like my high school band, not me. But the cavern's not done. Metallic clanks echo. More sentinels, a bigger squad, their red eyes like a wolf pack's. Seraphine grabs Ryan, pulling him into a narrow tunnel. Run! She shouts, the stone blazing like a beacon. Ryan, limping, mutters, Swear, if I survive, I'm opening a bakery, no robots. He hums, off-key to drown fear. Blue stone glows, traps all around. Keep on running, I'm still renowned. The tunnel ends at a carved stone wall, etched with Elthar runes like a star map. Seraphine touches it, murmuring, Ancient gate, needs the stone's energy. But the sentinel's steps thunder closer, shaking the floor. Ryan digs into his pocket, pulling out an old ship battery, wires dangling. You open it, I'll stall! He rigs the battery to his meter, sparking a small blast, smoke choking the tunnel, slowing the sentinels. Seraphine chants, the wall parts, revealing a glowing exit. They dive through, the gate slamming shut, but the stone pulses again, the ancient voice echoing. The flow breaker will break or save the flow. The choice is his. Ryan, gasping, looks at Seraphine. Choice? I just want lemonade, now I'm picking the galaxy's fate? Ryan and Seraphine burst onto the shipyard, the air thick with oil and scorched metal. Amid sleek freighters, Ryan's lucky fix sits like a proud junk heap, its hull scratched to hell, engine coughing like a chain-smoking grandpa. Ryan pats it, grinning wide. Home sweet home, lady! Ain't pretty, but it's faster than your glares, trust me. Seraphine crosses her arms, eyeing the ship like it's a bad sandwich. This is your ship? It'll crumble before we leave this rock. Her starry blue hair ripples, underlining her doubt. Ryan shrugs, climbing into the pilot's seat, which creaks in protest. Keep dissing, but lucky fix outran 3 pirate raids, 1 star dragon, and mom's nagging to do dishes. Don't sleep on it. He hits the ignition, the engine wheezing like a karaoke flop, then roaring, blasting them into the black void, stars twinkling like bar lights outside. But the Nebula Pact won't let them chill. Ryan's fiddling with the console when a foreign emotion hits, pride like standing atop a star, fear like facing a tempest, and a memory, Seraphine, cloaked in starlight, facing the Nebula Council, jaw tight as they force her into leadership, though her heart yearns to soar free among the stars. Ryan mutters, scratching his head. You hate being the big shot, huh? I get it. I'd rather not fix ships, but Mom says no work, no bread, and bread's life, you know? Seraphine freezes, nearly dropping the stone. You saw my memory? She whispers, eyes wide as a nebula's core. This pact, it's stronger than I thought. She turns away, hair swishing to hide her face, voice sharp as rock. Stay out of my mind, human! You've no right! But through the pact, Ryan catches a flicker of her fluster, like a soft starbeam, making him smirk. Before he can tease her, the ship's radar screeches like a fire alarm. The screen lights up, showing 10 Elthar warships, gleaming like comets, their red energy cannons locked on Lucky Fix. They move fast! Ryan yells, yanking the yoke, weaving through a dust cloud, the ship rattling like a cart. Seraphine grips the stone, its glow pulsing, trying to hail her fleet. A voice crackles through the comms, cold as ice. Seraphine, surrender the human, or we erase you both from the galaxy's flow. Ryan snorts, eyes glinting with defiance. Surrender me? Not today, assholes! He scans the console, fingers dancing over chaotic buttons, slamming a big red one labeled Emergency Boost, a mod he rigged himself, which blew a reactor twice before. Hold tight, he shouts. The ship lurches through a spatial rift, engines screaming, smoke billowing from the core. Seraphine screams, hair flying wild. What are you doing? This thing's gonna blow. Ryan, sweating buckets, grabs his tools, laser screwdriver, mini wrench, and that cursed comet juice cup, fizzing like trouble. Relax, lady. I fixed an engine mid-pirate ambush. This is nothing. He pops the core's panel right at the pilot's seat, wires sparking like a light show. A cable's fried, he curses, then dumps comet juice into the cooling unit. Here's to dumb luck, he mutters. Miraculously, the engine quiets, stabilizing, and the ship rockets into Vortex 7, a planet infamous for storms that swallow fleets. They crash land in a glowing forest, trees blazing neon green, red, purple, swaying to the storm's rhythm. Lucky Fix hits dirt, tilting like a drunk, engine groaning before dying. A starstorm hits, winds howling like beasts, shaking the ship, cracking windows. Ryan grabs Seraphine's arm, yelling, "Run!" They dive into a nearby cave, the gale roaring behind, tossing glowing branches like torches. In the cave's dark, the pack stirs again. Ryan feels Seraphine's pain, her cradling a friend's body amid a wrecked ship, dying to save a distant world. The image shifts to Ryan's memory, him, dumped by an ex who sneered, "Just a mechanic, you'll never amount to shit." Ryan squeezes Seraphine's hand, voice soft as starlight. "You're not alone, lady. I'm here even if I'm just good for wrenches and bad tunes." Seraphine meets his gaze, her eyes softening like a thawing nebula. "You, strange but reliable," she says, voice wavering. Through the pact, Ryan feels her warmth, like a star piercing clouds. But the cave lights up, walls gleaming, revealing an ancient map carved deep, Elthar runes dancing like waves. It points to the Nebula Vault, hiding the Flowbreaker's secret. Ryan scratches his head, muttering, "I just wanted lemonade, now I'm Indiana Jones?" The storm outside calms, but Ryan's pocket radar beeps. He checks it, paling. "Lady, the Elthar fleet! They're hitting Vortex 7! Seraphine grips the stone, its glow flaring like fire. "They won't stop," she says, voice steel. Ryan grins weakly, climbing back to the ship, its engine coughing like it's done. "All right, Lucky Fix, ditch me now and I'll scrap you." He fires it up, the ship shaking, blasting off through stormlight, green and red bolts whipping the hull. A sleek Elthar scout ship tails them, firing energy blasts that rock Lucky Fix. Ryan weaves through the glowing forest, trees splintering under fire. "Shoot back!" he yells. Seraphine raises the stone, blasting a blue beam, clipping the enemy's wing, sending it spinning. "Nice shot, lady!" Ryan cheers, but a blast grazes the cockpit, cracking glass. He swears, banking into a narrow canyon, glowing rocks scraping the hull, sparks flying. The canyon leads to a shimmering energy lake, reflecting stars like a mirror. Ryan lands, the engine choking, smoke pouring out. "We're good," he pants, wiping sweat. But Seraphine studies the cave's map, murmuring, "The Nebula Vault, if the Flowbreaker's real, we must go." Ryan eyes the lake, spotting Elthar ships on the horizon. "Fine, but I bet there's more traps." "Swear, the universe hates me," he hums, off-key in the storm. "Ship's a mess, storm's a fright. Keep on going, I'm still alright." The stone flares, an ancient voice rumbling. "The Flowbreaker faces trials at the vault. Only trust saves the flow." Seraphine glances at Ryan, worry flickering. He shrugs, grinning. "Trust? I trust in bread and lemonade. That enough?" Ryan glances at his pocket radar, its screen flashing red, showing the Althar fleet minutes away. "Lady, those goons are almost here, and my ship's ready to retire," he mutters, patting Lucky Fix like it's a sulky pet. Seraphine grips the stone, its glow pulsing, voice tense. "We hide, at least till the storm fades. The glowing forest ahead, go!" They sprint from the lake, Althar's ships looming like hawks, but the radiant forest shields them, green, red, purple light twinkling like natural armor. Ryan, clutching his chest mid-run, mutters, "Swear, next job's baking bread, less chasing." Hidden in the glowing forest, Ryan and Seraphine press against the radiant tree, its branches humming softly like they're whispering secrets. The drone of Althar's ship engines hums overhead, but the forest's dazzling green, red, and purple light scrambles their sensors, sending them circling like cats chasing a laser. Ryan wipes sweat-soaked hair from his face, gasping. "We're cool, right? Thought we were toast for sure." Seraphine, her blue eyes scanning the canopy, mutters, "Don't jinx it. The council won't quit, and something's off." Her celestial stone pulses faintly, like a warning heartbeat. Ryan nods, peeking from the shadows. "Off's my middle name, lady. Keep moving, or camp here and sell storm tickets?" They step out from the cave, Vortex 7's cool air hitting like a slap, the glowing forest blazing like a cosmic dance floor, trees pulsing green, red, purple with the storm's rhythm. Ryan breathes deep, muttering, "This place is wild, just needs a lemonade stand, and I'm throwing a party." But before he can daydream further, a figure glides from the shadows, Lysara, Seraphine's younger sister, materializing like a bad omen. She's younger, with violet eyes sharp as poisoned gems and a smirk that could cut steel. Her sleek armor glints with starlight, radiating danger like a hungry space squid. "Dear Sister Seraphine," Lysara purrs, voice sweet as comet syrup but cold as void. "The council sent me to kill the human. But I've got a better plan. He's the flow breaker. I'll use him to smash the Nebula Council to dust." Ryan blinks, dumbstruck, like he's been splashed with comet juice. "Flow breaker? Yo, that sounds like a software glitch, not me. I fix ships, and half the time I get yelled at for it." He waves his hands, hair a sweaty mess. Seraphine grips the celestial stone, its blue glow flickering like a racing pulse, her voice trembling with fury. "Lysara, you'd betray our people for power? The council's flawed, but destroying them kills the galaxy. You're unhinged." Her starry blue hair swirls, like an ocean storm brewing. Lysara's laugh is ice, her violet eyes flashing like lasers. "The galaxy needs a reboot, sister. That fossilized council holds everything back. This human's the key." She raises a small device, like a bargain bin ship remote, firing a red energy beam. It snares Seraphine, yanking her into a glowing tree, its branches coiling like living ropes, twinkling as they bind her tight. Seraphine roars, the stone blazing but useless. Ryan yells, "Hey, let her go, you nutcase!" He charges, but Lysara smirks, and from the shadows, energy beasts emerge, Starhounds, lion-sized, teeth glinting like diamonds, red eyes snarling as they lunge at him. Ryan bolts through the forest, boots slipping on glowing roots, the hound's jaws snapping inches behind, their grinding teeth raising his neck hairs. "I swear I hate dogs," he mutters, digging into his jacket for an old power core from a pirate ship job, wires dangling like a bad haircut. "All right, puppies, let's dance." He hurls the core, praying for luck. It rolls toward the pack and pop, a weak blast, but purple smoke billows, spooking the hounds into a clumsy pileup. Ryan loops back, heart pounding, finding Seraphine still bound, her eyes a mix of rage and worry. He drops to his knees, pulling out his laser screwdriver, slicing the glowing branches, green sparks flying like a mini fireworks show. "Call it tree trimming," he grins, hands shaky. The branches snap, and Seraphine collapses into his arms, gasping. She stares, eyes wide. "You came back for me?" Her voice is soft, like a star breeze through rocks. Ryan shrugs, wiping sweat onto his forehead. "Told ya, I don't ditch teammates. Plus, who'd listen to my songs if you're stuck here?" He winks, earning a glare hot enough to melt steel. But Lysara's gone, leaving a hologram flickering midair, her voice sharp as a blade. Meet me at the Nebula Vault, where your pact shatters. The image dissolves like stardust, and Seraphine pulls Ryan toward Lucky Fix. The vault hides an ancient weapon, she says, voice low. One that could destroy the Celestial Stone. Lysara wants it to rule the galaxy, not just the Council. Ryan scratches his head, climbing aboard, muttering. Ruin the galaxy? I just want to finish a shift without drama. How'd I land in this cosmic soap opera? Lucky Fix roars to life, its engine coughing like it's got a grudge, blasting them toward the Nebula Vault. But the Nebula Pact stirs again. Ryan, checking the radar, sees Seraphine's memory flash. Her, on a burning ship, firing the stone to save a distant planet, knowing her crew would die. The Council scolded her defiance, but she stood firm, eyes blazing. Ryan mutters, You're a damn hero, even if you won't admit it. I'd be bragging at every bar if I pulled that off. Seraphine turns away, hair hiding her face, voice barely a whisper. Don't call me a hero. I did what I had to. But through the pact, Ryan feels her trust grow, though she keeps her walls up. He grins, humming off-key. Hero gal, I fix ships. Fly together, we're too hip. Seraphine glares, but her lips twitch, almost a smile, the first crack in her armor. The ship lurches, the console flashing red. Ryan curses. Now what? The screen lights up with Lysara's face, violet eyes gleaming. Human, you're not the true flow breaker, she sneers. But your blood holds a secret. The vault will spill it. The feed cuts, and the ship shakes, engines whining like they're about to quit. Ryan shouts. My blood? I'm type O, boring as toast. What secret? He smacks the console, but it's no use. Lysara's hacked the navs remotely, locking the yoke, forcing the ship to plummet toward a strange landing pad. The pad's a dusty chaos of jeering laughter, space pirates gathered around smoldering crates. Leading them is Zorak, a bear-sized thug with metal horns and a grin nastier than spoiled comet whiskey. Holt! Zorak bellows, swinging a red energy hammer. You blew up my ship last time, now you pay! Ryan, dragged from the ship, hands and feet bound, mutters. Why is it always old clients? I fix stuff, not wreck it. Seraphine, tied beside him, shoots him a look. You're a walking disaster. Ryan smirks, slipping a hand into his pocket, feeling his old energy meter. Disasters get free lemonade, he whispers, clicking it, jamming the binding's frequency. The ropes loosen, and he winks at Seraphine. You smash, I dash. Seraphine channels the stone, blasting a blue beam that sends guards flying, while Ryan sprints to Zorak's ship controls, hacking them with tricks from a shady cosmic coder. I don't just fix, I break, he yells, locking Zorak in a cargo hold, the thug's roars muffled by steel. They steal Zorak's ship, rocketing toward the Nebula Vault, but Lysara left a calling card, a red stone floating in the cockpit, glowing like starblood. Ryan squints, muttering, Red rock? Bet it's not a souvenir. Seraphine touches it, and it hums, Lysara's voice echoing. The red stone guides you to me. But the vault's your grave. Ryan hums, off-key as ever. Red stone shines, traps galore. Save the gal, I'm hardcore. He pockets the stone, grinning. This traitor's got drama, but I'm not missing the show. Ryan and Seraphine are hauled onto Zorak's pirate ship, ropes biting their wrists, the air thick with oil and scorched steel. The ship's a battle-scarred beast, trembling under the pirates' stomping boots. Ryan, hair plastered with sweat, whispers to Seraphine, eyes glinting mischief. Got a plan yet? I'm out of comet juice, and this jacket ain't a magic hat. Seraphine glares, her blue eyes like twin lasers ready to drill him. You're never serious, are you? We're about to be Zorak's lunch, and you're cracking jokes. Ryan grins, despite the chafing ropes. Serious doesn't save skins, lady. Chill, I've got tricks. He fakes a stumble, dropping his laser screwdriver from his jacket. Whoops, clumsy me, he yelps, but his hands flash, slicing the ropes, sparks popping like tiny fireworks. Seraphine, still bound, raises the stone, its glow erupting, shredding her ropes like tissue. They dive at the guards. Ryan decks a fridge-sized goon, while Seraphine blasts another into a wall with a blue beam. "Go!" she shouts, dragging Ryan to the cockpit. Ryan leaps into the pilot's seat, fingers flying over Zorak's messy controls, every button slick with grime. "I don't just fix, I wreck!" he hollers, hacking the system with moves from a hacker who paid him in half a bottle of star rum. He seals Zorak in the cargo bay, the thug's hammer pounding like a trapped beast. Ryan smirks, firing the engines, the ship roaring toward the Nebula vault. "Sorry, Zorak, gotta save the galaxy, bill me later," he hums off-key. "Pirates roar, I steal their ride. Save the gal, I'm full of pride." The Nebula vault looms ahead, a towering maze of shimmering stone, floating in the void like a castle of starlight. Energy traps hum along its corridors, hissing like they're hungry for intruders. Seraphine leads, her stone glowing like a torch, lighting narrow paths where Elthar runes pulse like living maps. Ryan trails, muttering, "This place is dope, but I bet it's got more traps than the bar I got banned from for bad karaoke." Seraphine glares, but her lips twitch, like she's warming to his nonstop chatter. They reach the central chamber, where the Flow Disruptor sits, massive as an altar, gleaming silver, its energy cables writhing like star veins. Seraphine whispers, voice heavy, "This machine can break the Nebula Pact, but it needs Elthar and human blood mixed to activate." Ryan scratches his head, eyes wide. "My blood? I'm type O, plain as toast. You sure I'm not swapped with some superhero?" Seraphine doesn't answer, slicing her palm, silver blood dripping onto the machine, sparkling like stardrops. Ryan winces, pulling a knife, muttering, "I hate needles, and this is worse." He nicks his finger, red blood hitting the machine, blending with silver, making it hum and glow like dawn. But a cold laugh cuts the air. Lysara steps from the shadows, violet eyes blazing, flanked by Zorak's pirates, now free, their red weapons aimed tight. "Too slow!" Lysara yells, raising a blood-red stone, glowing like a molten core. She snaps her fingers, triggering a trap. The floor splits, a black chasm yawning, sucking Ryan, Seraphine, and Lysara into darkness like a greedy void. Ryan screams, "Another trap! Swear, the universe's got a vendetta!" He grabs Seraphine's hand, shouting, "Not letting go, lady!" despite his heart hammering like it'll burst. In the dark, the pact flares. Ryan sees Seraphine's memory, her, kneeling by her father's body, an Elthar warrior fallen saving the galaxy, her eyes wet but resolute. It fades to Ryan's past, him, a kid, watching his dad vanish in a ship core explosion, only his name echoing. Ryan whispers, voice thick, "I get you, Seraphine. Losing family, it's rough as hell." Seraphine's grip tightens, her voice a trembling breeze. "You're more like me than I thought." Through the pact, he feels her warmth, a star cutting through fog. They climb glowing roots, sweat-drenched, hauling Lysara up despite her thrashing. Facing her by the disruptor, her red stone pulses like it's alive. Ryan, acting on gut, grabs a jagged machine shard, hurling it. "Catch!" he yells. It hits the red stone, making it flicker like a dying bulb. Seraphine blasts blue energy, knocking Lysara down, but the disruptor activates, white light flooding the chamber, the floor quaking like Armageddon. Seraphine shouts, "What did you do? It'll destroy everything, the pact, the stone, the galaxy." Ryan, sweat stinging his eyes, mutters, "I don't break, I fix." He dives at the machine, pulling his tools, laser screwdriver, mini-wrench, spare cable from his jacket. "Fix the core in a pirate firefight, this ain't much worse," he yells, yanking cables, green sparks flying like a rave. He crosses a wire wrong, the machine shrieking, white light swallowing the room. The stone in Seraphine's hand burns, pulsing like a dying star. Ryan curses, "No blowing up, I ain't had lemonade yet." He reworks the wires, hands shaking, vision blurry. Lysara, sprawled, laughs like a maniac, her red stone floating. The galaxy's mine! She screams, but Ryan leaps, kicking the stone to a corner, its glow fading. Seraphine fires a blue beam, binding Lysara to a wall, but the machine keeps roaring, light threatening to erase existence. Ryan hums, off-key in the chaos. Machine's loud, life's a mess. Fix it now, I'm the best. He tightens a final bolt, the machine slowing, but the stone sears Seraphine's hand. She looks at him, fear flickering, whispering, "If it stops, the pact might kill us." Ryan wipes sweat, grinning weakly. Die saving the galaxy? Cooler than dying in a ship fire. But through the pact, he sees her memory, Seraphine, vowing to the council to guard the galaxy, knowing the cost. He grabs her hand, muttering, "You're not paying that price alone, lady." The machine hisses, light dimming, but the stone still hums, like it's judging them. The disruptor whines, its light fading like a dying flame, but the stone in Seraphine's hand stays scorching, pulsing like a beast not ready to sleep. Ryan, dripping sweat, exhales, eyes glued to the machine, gut uneasy. "I fixed it, right? Why do I feel like bolting for a sandwich?" he mutters, half joking. Seraphine, pale, clutches the stone, whispering, "It's not done, there's leftover energy." From the corner, Lysara, bound to the wall, snaps her head up, violet eyes flashing like lightning, a venomous smirk curling. "You think it's over?" she hisses, voice slithering. "I'm not out of cards yet." The central chamber goes quiet for a heartbeat, only the disruptor's faint hiss lingering, like a monster biding time. Ryan glances at Seraphine, still gripping her hand, muttering, "I hate silences like this. Feels like Mom right before she grounded me." Seraphine opens her mouth, but the stone burns hot, blue light flaring like a warning shot. From the corner, Lysara's cold laugh cuts through, her bound hands somehow clutching her red stone, glowing like star blood. "Too slow!" she roars, snapping her fingers, chanting an Elthar spell that jolts the machine awake. The Flow Disruptor shakes violently, blue light exploding like a star's death, swallowing the Nebula Vault's chamber in blinding waves. Stones rain from the ceiling, glittering like a meteor shower, the floor cracking like it's pulling them to oblivion. Lysara, bloodied silver from wounds, laughs like a madwoman, violet eyes blazing with toxic fire. "If I can't rule the galaxy, no one will!" she screams, raising the red stone, its glow searing like a furnace, triggering it with a sharp Elthar chant. The vault quakes harder, massive pillars collapsing, stardust choking the air. Seraphine yells, her blue hair whipping wild. "Lysara, stop! The machine'll break the pact, but it'll shred the galaxy's flow too. Everything falls, us, Sector 69G, all of it." Ryan, sweat-soaked, eyes the shuddering machine like a busted engine, muttering, "Break? I'm better at fixing." He dives in, laser screwdriver ready, yanking tools from his jacket, mini-wrench, spare cable, even an old ship battery. "Fixed the core while pirates shot at me. This is just a bigger headache," he shouts, ripping cables, green sparks popping like fireworks. He fumbles a wire, the machine shrieking, slowing for a second before roaring louder. The stone in Seraphine's hand burns brighter, scalding, pulsing like it'll burst, making her wince. Seraphine grabs Ryan's arm, her eyes steady as a nebula's core, voice trembling but firm. "Ryan, if we stop it, the pact might kill us. The stone's energy could wipe us from the flow." Ryan grins, sweat gluing hair to his face, dripping to the floor. "Die saving the galaxy? Beats blowing up in a garage, lady. I'm in." He leans in, hands blazing through wires, fingers burning on the hot core. But Lysara, like a free demon, lunges, her red energy sword slicing toward Ryan. Seraphine leaps in front, the stone flaring a thin shield. Their blades, blue and red, clash, spitting sparks like shattering comets, the air screaming. Through the pact, Ryan feels Seraphine's pain, a memory of little Lysara, violet eyes sparkling, holding her hand in a starfield. Then older Lysara, turning away, chasing power. Seraphine loves her, despite the bleeding heart. Ryan shouts, voice cutting through the machine's din. "Seraphine, don't kill her! You'll hate yourself, I know it." Seraphine falters, her blue sword lowering, eyes wavering. She fires a stone beam, binding Lysara to a pillar with glowing blue cords, like a starry cage. "You're right," she whispers, voice choking. "I can't lose her, even if she's lost." Ryan spins back to the machine, hands shaking but relentless, muttering, "Don't blow, I need one last lemonade." The stone pulses harder, heat like a forge, making Seraphine clutch her hand, face pale. Ryan grabs her, whispering, "If we're done, at least I sang with you, right?" He hums, off-key in the storm. Blue stone glows, life's a bust. "Save the gal, I'll do what I must." Seraphine meets his eyes, lips tight, then smiles. Her first real one, bright as a new star. "Your singing's awful, but I'll remember," she says, eyes shining. But the machine doesn't break the pact as Lysara planned. Instead, it flares, white light blinding like a galaxy's heart, the vault shaking like it'll crumble. An ancient voice, deep as the cosmos, booms from the stone. "The flow breaker carries ancient Elthar blood." He bridges the flows. The stone blazes, melting into a blue stream, fusing with Ryan and Seraphine, like a starry river through their veins. Ryan staggers, a cool surge racing his bones, like the universe whispering secrets. He mutters, "Elthar blood? I'm type O, what's this nonsense?" Seraphine, eyes wide, touches his shoulder, whispering, "You're the bridge. The galaxy's flow chose you." Lysara, kneeling in her bonds, stares, her red stone clattering to the floor, its glow fading. "You changed the galaxy?" she murmurs, awe mixed with bitterness. Ryan shrugs, wiping sweat, grinning. "Changed? Just wanted the machine fixed, didn't plan on superhero status." But the vault keeps shaking, stones falling like a trap closing. Seraphine pulls Lysara up, voice firm. "Move, sister. We're not done." Ryan follows, stuffing tools back, muttering, "Next job's bikes, no drama." They race through corridors, energy traps firing blue and red beams. Ryan dodges one, nearly tripping, yelling, "This vault hates me." Seraphine raises the stone, shielding them, but its glow weakens. Through the pact, Ryan sees her final memory, vowing to the council to guard the flow, knowing it might cost her life. He grabs her hand, shouting, "You're not dying alone, lady!" He hurls a broken stone at a trap, jamming it, clearing a path. They hit the landing pad, Zorak's ship, now theirs, waiting, engine coughing like it's pissed. Ryan dives into the pilot's seat, firing it up, the ship lurching skyward as the vault collapses behind, blue-white light fading into space. Lysara, bound in the back, stays silent, violet eyes locked on Seraphine. Ryan glances over, muttering, "Your sis is Drama City, but she'll come around. I drove Mom nuts, and she still loves me." Seraphine glares, but her lips curve, like she's starting to believe him. The ship soars, the stone, now dimmer, humming softly, the ancient voice echoing. "The bridge awakens, but trials remain." Ryan sighs, glancing at Seraphine, grinning wryly. "Knew it, more crap coming. At least I can still sing." He hums, "Blue stone calms, storm's not gone. With my gal I'll battle on." Seraphine shakes her head, eyes bright, ready to fly with this greasy human lunatic. Lucky Fix rockets away from the crumbling Nebula vault, shards of glowing stone bursting behind like the galaxy's grandest fireworks show. Ryan, sweat still gluing his hair, hauls Lysara aboard, ignoring her death glare that could melt hulls. "Call it my good deed, kid." He winks, then leaps into the pilot's seat, fingers dancing over the cluttered console. Seraphine, clutching the softly glowing celestial stone, glances at Lysara, her blue eyes flickering with sorrow but steel. The ship rattles, its engine coughing like it's ready to quit, blasting into the black void, stars twinkling like bar signs outside. Ryan mutters, "Swear, if I survive this, I'm opening a bakery, way less drama than ships." But the universe doesn't do timeouts. The radar screeches, the screen blazing with a Nebula Council fleet, 20 warships shimmering like comets, red cannons locked on Lucky Fix like wolves circling prey. Leading them is Eldrin, an ancient Elthar, his silver cloak billowing, eyes piercing like they see through to the galaxy's core. The ship halts, trapped in their net, Eldrin's voice booming through the comms, cold as deep space. Human, you carry ancient Elthar blood, but you're a crack in the flow, dangerous. Stay as keeper forever, or die now. Ryan stands, his oil-stained jacket glinting under the cockpit's lights, flashing a defiant grin, eyes sparking mischief. Die. Yo, Grandpa, I just saved your precious vault from going kaboom, galaxy included. Where's my medal? He steps forward, grabbing Seraphine's hand, feeling her cool energy through the Nebula Pact, his voice steady as steel. I'm no one's slave, not yours or any cosmic HOA. I want freedom, and I want her free too. The galaxy doesn't need jailers, it needs folks who break dumb rules to do what's right. Seraphine locks eyes with him, her gaze bright as a newborn star, lips curving. I choose him, she declares, voice rolling like waves. The galaxy needs his kind, chaos turned to hope. Eldrin crosses his arms, cloak shimmering, eyes narrowing like he's weighing their souls. The council behind him murmurs, Elthar runes floating on their ship's screens, glowing like star charts. Ryan doesn't wait, he taps the Pact's flow, like a river of stars in his head, and with Seraphine, they project their vault heroics, Ryan rewiring the Flow Disruptor, Seraphine binding Lysara, the stone fusing them as a bridge. The images dance midair, a massive hologram, silencing the fleet. A young council member, hair blazing red as a supernova, steps up, whispering. They're right, Eldrin. We choked the flow. They saved it, not broke it. The council buzzes, Eldrin's brow furrows, but he raises a hand, signaling a ceasefire. Lysara, tied to a rear seat, lifts her head, violet eyes misty as they meet Seraphine's. I was wrong, sister, she says, voice soft as a star breeze. But I'll be back, I swear. Seraphine nods, silent, gripping the stone, its blue glows soothing like a lullaby. Ryan shrugs, wiping sweat from his brow, grinning wide. We'll deal with that later, kid. Right now, I'm dying for a lemonade, not that comet juice crap. He slaps the console, Lucky Fix roaring, slipping the blockade, soaring into space, stars cheering them on. Aboard, Seraphine sits by Ryan, teaching him to wield the flow's power. She raises her hand, the stone flaring, weaving a thin blue shield around the ship, twinkling like a soap bubble. Focus, she says, stern but eyes sparkling. Ryan grimaces, mimicking her, but his attempt spits a weak blue spark, making the ship's lights flicker like a bad club. I'm a mechanic, now a Jedi too? You sure I'm not dreaming? He grumbles, then grins, humming off key. Blue stone shines, life's brand new. With my gal, I'll soar the blue. Seraphine glares, but her lips twitch, like she's hooked on his awful tunes. Through the pact, they share dreams, Seraphine soaring free among stars, no council, no burdens, Ryan running a shop fixing ships for all, from dwarf traders to space squids, as long as they pay on time. Mon brag to the whole block if I pulled that off. He chuckles. Seraphine watches him, eyes softening, whispering. You're weird but worth flying with. They glide past the crimson nebula, light shimmering like silk, but peace is short-lived. That damn comet juice cup, buried in Ryan's jacket, suddenly glows, purple foam fizzing like a rave. A deep voice, like the galaxy's core, rumbles from it. Keeper, a new mission dawns. The flow needs you. Ryan yelps, yanking the cup out, holding it like a grenade. Knew it! Screwed up again? I just want lemonade. Why's the universe dragging me into more soap operas? He shakes the cup, foam splattering, making Seraphine laugh, a rare, clear sound, like star chimes. Ryan stuffs the cup back, sighing, glancing at Seraphine. You heard that? Another mission. Bet it's traps, fights, and still no lemonade. Seraphine grips the stone, its glow steady, voice firm. Whatever it is, I'll face it, and so will you. Keepers don't run. Ryan shrugs, smirking. Run? I'm faster than Zorak's ship, but ditch you? Nah. Teammates stick, right? He fires the engines, Lucky Fix growling, diving into the nebula, red light swallowing them like a curtain drop. The Council's fleet lingers far off, not chasing, like they've accepted Ryan and Seraphine as part of the flow. Lysara, locked in the hold, stays quiet, but through the pact, Ryan senses a flicker of her regret, a faint star wanting to shine again. He mutters, "She'll be fine, I bet. I ticked off Mom plenty, and she still kept me." Seraphine glances over, saying nothing, but her hand brushes his shoulder, a silent thanks. The ship cruises on, Ryan eyeing the nebula, muttering, "Pretty, but I ain't buying its nice act. The universe loves traps." He hums, off-key to chase nerves. "New quest calls, traps in store. With my gal, I'm ready for more." Seraphine shakes her head, smiling, her eyes promising she'll fly with this greasy goofball, no matter what drama the stars throw next. Lucky Fix cruises into Nexus 9, a neutral planet buzzing like the galaxy's wildest flea market. Ships zip like hornets, dwarf merchants hawk parts at top volume, space squids bicker over lost bets, and the air's thick with comet whiskey and engine smoke. Ryan, his oil-slick jacket gleaming under neon, pats the ship, grinning wide. "New digs, lady! Nexus 9's got everything, except decent lemonade." Seraphine, stone glowing softly, shoots him a look, but her blue eyes twinkle, like she's caught the bug of his chaos. They set up Stellar Fix, a messy shop in the market's heart, piled with tools, busted ships, and a hand-scrawled sign. "Fast fixes, cheap rates, free bad songs." Ryan, tapping the pack's flow, turns repairs into miracles, one touch, and dead engines purr, like he's breathing starlight into them. "I'm a damn superhero now," he brags, though misfires make ships flash like discos. Seraphine, wielding the flow's energy, zips across Nexus 9, uniting species, singing rock folk, smoke-spitting star dragons, to topple the Nebula Council's old rules. Their legends, the mouthy mechanic and the Nebula Queen, rewriting the galaxy's playbook, the oddest duo the blazing comet tavern ever toasted. One day, amid hammer clangs and oil fumes, a familiar figure strolls in. Lysara, armor polished silver, violet eyes free of venom, stands before Ryan and Seraphine, her red hair glowing under Nexus 9's suns. "I'm pardoned," she says, voice steady, "for saving a planet from pirates. I want to stay with you." Seraphine freezes, the stone flaring gently, sensing her sister's heart. Ryan shrugs, waving an oil-smeared wrench. "Earn it fixing ships? Need someone to scrub grease, kid, dirty work, but fun." Lysara stares, then laughs, her first without malice, like a star thawing. "You're bizarre, human. But deal, I'll try." They become a trio, the galaxy's weirdest crew. Ryan shows Lysara bolt tightening, though she glares when he sings off-key. Seraphine, commanding the shop, coordinates their alliance, voice like a tide, but her eyes flick to Ryan and Lysara, like she fears losing them again. Through the pact, Ryan feels their dreams, Seraphine's free flight among stars, Lysara's redemption through deeds, and his own, a massive shop fixing ships for all, with a lemonade machine that doesn't scam. "Mom, tell the whole neighborhood." He chuckles, making Lysara roll her eyes, Seraphine's lips curving. But the galaxy's allergic to calm. One morning, Nexus 9's sky darkens, a man-made black hole swirling, gulping freighters like snacks. Word spreads, the old council, ousted hardliners, built it for revenge. Ryan, in the shop, stares at the vortex through a window, muttering, "Knew it, early retirement's a pipe dream." He claps, calling Seraphine and Lysara. "Teams up, saving the galaxy again. I fixed the core mid-battle, this hole's just a bigger wrench job." Lysara squints. "You're nuts." Seraphine grips the stone, blue light flaring, voice solid. "He's nuts, but right. Let's go." They board Lucky Fix, now upgraded with Ryan's flow-forged star shield, diving into the black hole's heart. Inside, space twists, light screaming like a beast. Ryan, sweat-drenched, links ship cables to the hole's core, using the flow to steady it, like tuning a giant engine. "Like fixing a cosmic vacuum," he yells, twisting wires, blue-red sparks flying. Seraphine blasts blue beams, holding the core stable, while Lysara hacks the council's traps remotely, killing backups. Nice work, kid! Ryan winks, though the ship shakes like it's done. The hull shrinks, white light exploding, then fading, leaving Nexus 9 gleaming under triple suns. Crowds cheer, freighter's safe, lucky fixed landing, its engine wheezing like it wants a nap. Seraphine steps out, grabbing Ryan's hand, eyes bright as nebulas. You're not just a keeper, she says, voice thick. You're family. Ryan grins, hair a dusty mess. Family? Cooler than I planned. But families need sandwiches, right? Lysara slaps his shoulder, muttering. How does she stand your singing? But she smiles, violet eyes warm, like she's found home. They stand by stellar fix, triple sunsets painting Seraphine and Lysara's hair in firelight. Ryan hums, off-key, wrecking the calm. Touched a stone, now life's bright. With my crew I'll own the night. Seraphine glares, then smiles, whispering. Awful voice, but I like it. Lysara fake covers her ears, lips curling, embracing their odd squad. That Comet juice cup, stashed in the shop, flares up, purple foam bubbling like a rave, a deep voice rumbling. Keeper, new trials await. Ryan, mid-bite of a sandwich, yelps. Knew it! More drama! Can it wait till I finish this? He shoves the cup in a crate, slamming it shut, muttering. What's a guy gotta do for 5 minutes peace? Seraphine and Lysara laugh, their voices blending with Nexus 9's market hum, a new galactic anthem. Ryan Holt, once a greasy mechanic, now a cosmic legend, stands with Seraphine and Lysara, 3 rule breakers rewriting the stars. They don't make big vows, just one simple promise: stick together, no matter how many black holes, traps, or cursed juice cups the universe throws. Ryan glances at the stars, muttering. Mon be proud, but she'd still nag about dishes. He laughs, and they head into the shop, ready for the next mess, armed with sandwiches, bad tunes, and a bond brighter than any sun.